Hey superhumans, today I want to talk to you about impossible and how impossible is just an attitude. Whenever you believe something is impossible that other people have achieved, then you have to know it's not true. It's not actually impossible. You've seen people do it. Maybe you can think to yourself, well, it's not really for me. I don't think I could do that. But it's not impossible because it's been done. And I think I've used the example before of it happens in sport all the time. Someone runs 100 meters in 10 seconds and people are like, fuck, it's impossible to get below that. And then somebody goes below it. Same as the marathon, the most famous one, the 4 hour marathon. And then somebody breaks it and then everybody breaks it. Knocking down Tyson, nobody did it, then everybody did it. Well, not everybody, but you know what I mean. Like, other people did it because they believed it was possible. So whenever you think something's impossible, what you're really saying to yourself is, I'm not going to put the work in to actually achieve this. And if you realize that and you start putting the work in, you're thinking the only thing actually holding me back, it's not that this is impossible, it's that I don't believe it, then you can actually go out and achieve it. And I'm going to use the example of one of my clients who also listens to the podcast, and I know she will not mind me using this. But one of my clients did a zip line recently, and it looked fucking epic. It was super high, like 60 meters or something ridiculous. Down a zip line, which to a lot of people listening will be like, fuck, I'd love to do a zip line. Fucking hell, that's mad. Fair play. Or there'll be some people going, I would love to, but I don't think I could because I'm afraid or I weigh too much or whatever. And that's exactly what my client felt, that this was something that was nearly out of reach. But once she started to change her understanding and her mindset and the reason, and that she could achieve it by doing what was necessary to do it. A few months later, she's fucking down a zip line, 60 meters or however ridiculously high it was. Loving life, like being a proper superhuman, like flying through the air. Like, I love that. Like, imagine you had a goal now. If you thought about it, you have a goal that you think's impossible, but actually other people have achieved it, and if other people have done it, then you can do it as well. Or at the very least, you can start living a life that leads you towards that, and you can get as close. Maybe you're not going to be a Usain Bolt, but you can look at that and go, he fucking crushed it. So if I just start doing that, I'll be my version of that. My version of crushing it will be X, Y, and Z. So start to think about the things that you think are impossible and ask yourself, are these really impossible? Or are they something that is achievable if I just put in the work, put in the effort? And then when you fucking achieve it, make sure you lock that in somewhere, write it down, lock it in your mind, so that anytime you ever feel like you're not going to be able to achieve something, you're not good enough, you can't do something, you can be like, well, fuck me, I went down a zip line, or whatever it is that you did. So just rethink your attitude. Impossible is an attitude, so possible can be an attitude as well. And then just go out and fucking start achieving your goals. Like, you're never going to achieve a goal and look back and think, I wish I didn't bother with that. Like, there's going to be so much there that you'll be able to connect with about how you did something you thought was impossible, you did something amazing, even if it's not as good as you thought it was going to be. Like, maybe you wanted to run your first marathon, you do it and you're like, that was good, I liked it, I ran a marathon, but I'm never going to run again because it's not fueling me with like desire to do it again. That's fine, you still did the achievement, you still went from impossible to possible. So change your attitude, and that will definitely change your life. So change your attitude for a more positive attitude, that possible is your new attitude. And 6 months, a year from now, fucking you could be living a completely different life from you are now. So let me know in the comments below what your new goals are going to be. The goals you thought were impossible that you're going to make possible and that you're going to achieve in the near future. Thanks again for tuning in. Have an amazing day, whatever you get up to, and I will speak to you again tomorrow.